I want to follow up on a point we made in that conversation just now with historian Andrew Bacevich about Trump and about the fixation on Trump. If you Google, I did it the other day, so I have the figures here with me. If you do a Google search on the words Trump unstable, you'll get more than 10 million hits, at least as of a couple days ago. If you do a Google search on Trump and mental health, you'll get more than 28 million results, 28.6 million to be precise. A lot of them are reviews of a new book entitled The Dangerous Case of Donald Trump. 27 psychiatrists and mental health experts assess a president. Spoiler alert. They're worried. A lot of people are worried, and they should be worried. I'm worried. You're worried. So are the Trump allies, who spoke not too long ago to a reporter from Vanity Fair and said that they were concerned about his state of mind. But while the world obsesses about Donald Trump's personality, not too many people are talking about the systemic failures of democracy that made him president in the first place. And while we're distracted with his theatrical excesses, Republicans in Congress are busy dismantling the foundations of millions of people's lives. Now, everybody's been talking about this rivalry, this supposed rivalry or friction between Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, of course, being the Republican leader in the United States Senate. But I think Trump told more truth than he intended to when he and McConnell had what was admittedly a super awkward press meeting recently to try to tell the world that, oh, no, we really get along. But here's what Trump said, and here's where I think some inadvertent truth slipped. And inadvertent truth, that'd be a good name for a movie. Here's where I think some inadvertent truth slipped into the conversation. Quote, "We are fighting for the same thing," Trump said. Quote, "We are fighting for lower taxes, big tax cuts, the biggest tax cuts in the history of our nation." End quote. And of course, McConnell and Trump are fighting for those tax cuts on behalf of giant corporations and the ultra wealthy, both of whom are paying less in taxes than they have at most times in modern, or all times in modern American history. So while everybody's watching the President Trump show with its almost irresistible blend of Shakespearean high drama, silent movie villainy, and crude vaudevillian double entendres, while that's distracting everybody, Mitch in the Senate and Paul Ryan in the House are very busy robbing the audience blind. Here's a fun historical fact. That's exactly what they did at the Globe Theater when Shakespeare's plays were first put on. People would be watching the spectacle on the stage, especially where the poor people weren't, which was down in the pit. They called it the pit, right in front of the stage. So people would be watching the show, looking up at the actors, and pickpockets would be wandering through the audience, taking what few possessions they had remaining. That, in a nutshell, is what Trump and his Republican political pickpocket friends are doing to the rest of us. A Kentucky journalist said this about Mitch McConnell. He said Trump is, quote, all about the show, while, quote, McConnell has never been about the show. He's all about business. You know, that sounds like a dangerously effective partnership to me, and I think that's what we've been up against for the last 8 months or so. And I hate to tell you this, but it may be working.